Good morning. This is Kingsburg Downtown Business Improvement District Advisory Board. Today is our regular meeting, Tuesday, May 6th. We are a board of 7. We are missing 3 of our members, leaving 3 in attendance, so we do not have an official quorum today. For those watching at home, just so I can explain to you, we will not be voting to approve the minutes from our previous meeting, and we will not be making any motions or voting on anything to approve or change anything going forward. So we are going to open up now just for public comment. State your name and if you're a resident, please.
My name's Steve Savarjan. I am not a resident of Kingsburg, California. I am a business owner in the BID district. I just wanted to bring up FICA Friday. I know FICA Friday was a BID organization. The BID started the FICA Friday idea and all that. I hosted, along with the Lions Club, FICA Friday last Friday. On the flyer and on the advertisement, I did not put the BID. I did not put the City of Kingsburg. I did not put the Chamber of Commerce. I didn't put the Lions Club, and I didn't put the RPS logo because I wanted it just to promote Kingsburg and the Swedish Festival. And that was the whole point of it. So if I stole from the BID's deal, I feel bad about that, but not too bad because I think we accomplished what we accomplished, and it not only helped kick off the that's a kickoff with a hyphen between. Kick off the Swedish Festival, but it has also hopefully helped downtown, and maybe it'll kickstart the BID FICA Fridays a little bit heavily attended in the future type of thing. But I wanted to just say that I know it's a BID BID project, but I didn't try to promote anything except for the Swedish Festival because that was the purpose of me doing it. So just wanted to share that.
Thank you, sir. Any other public comment?
Do you want me to talk later about United Day or during public comment?
You can talk now if you like.
Okay. One comment about what Steve shared also. I was out of town. I didn't get to attend FICA Friday. I heard so many great things about it. Bless you. And many people said they didn't know about FICA Friday. So I was like, well, how can we get you to know more about it? And they were saying that maybe like every kind of social media around maybe blasted on that, and then making sure it's on Facebook. And not just on Instagram, because many of the people that attend are only on Facebook. But
were these people that have businesses within our district, or are they public?
Community members.
Okay,
yeah.
So FICA Friday was originally started, so just
for BID.
For our business as a networking, so that we
Okay.
can build interest into the district.
Okay.
And so that to educate the folks so they know why they're paying for the BID and what we can do for them and all that. Now, when I had FICA Friday, I had people come that were not within our district. That's super great. I told my customers about it, come and all of that. But I don't want to really lose sight of that it can't become a burden on the people within our district to host a community event once every month. I mean, if they want to do it, that's great. Like I invited everybody, Steve invited everybody, but I'm not going to, I don't want it to be like, well, we didn't know from the community that they weren't invited, because it's not a community thing. It really is supposed to be like a networking thing.
Okay,
but
that was my mistake. I thought it was also to bring people downtown. So
no,
okay.
It's supposed to be, the original intent of it was to be like a networking thing, so that we can do, and even like on some FICA Fridays, like education, like the chamber does. Mm-hmm. So that would be something that we would have to talk about with our board if we want to change the nature of it.
Okay.
Which I'm not opposed to. Mm-hmm. Are you guys opposed to it?
I heard a lot of talk, like excited people about it. So,
but just in talking, I don't think that Julianne would be, I mean, not Julianne, anybody is going to be up to doing what Lions Club, RPS, Swedish Festival Committee, like they spent a lot of resources and a lot of volunteers to put that on. I don't think that a lot of our individual businesses are going to do that. I could be completely wrong.
That makes
I don't know.
sense.
I could be completely wrong. I don't know. But yeah, and the cost. I mean, they probably spent over $1,000 to do that. At least $1,000 to do that. So, if we wanted to join up and do like a Fika Friday and maybe scale it back a smidge and invite our community, but we still got to get the folks from our district there. That's what this table's main goal is, as far as, but yeah. Thoughts? We can discuss.
I mean, I think if someone hosts it, if they want to expand it, that would be their prerogative.
Maybe
Again-
once a quarter, a community thing, if a club or organization would like to sponsor.
Through a bid business
Right.
in our district. Yeah.
And the Lions Club,
Always is down for a good time.
the Lions Club is within the bid district.
Yes.
Our headquarters is within the bid district.
Yeah. When you were listing people that are involved, I'm like, well, Lions Club pays, RPS pays, Cancer Volunteer pays, everybody in that building pays, Yeah, so like organizations like that, yeah.
The Lions Club pay towards the bid, or are we exempt because we're a nonprofit?
Nonprofits are exempt from business licenses, but not bid fees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I'll
no,
probably go for a bid fee.
We'll get together.
yeah.
There's lots of bid fees coming out of that address.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I thought it was great, and I went and got pancakes and went back to work, and we had fun, and like my girlfriend said, I want to go down to Fika Friday, and I said, okay, come by, and we went, and I took her, and she's not in the district, but I was there from our board, you were there from our board. Were any of our other board members there? Did you get to go?
No, I had a meeting in Fresno.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. And at my Fika Friday, I had 2 board members that came.
It's
So
important to get the board there.
we need to, yeah. So if, if a company wants to do it, I think that for sure we should be there. Or we should turn it into a community thing and us walk away from it.
On Fika Friday, there's nothing wrong with just serving coffee, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to serve a full meal. She served, almost a full meal. There's nothing wrong. At Fika Friday, that's coffee,
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as if, I don't feel like businesses should feel pressure to put it on. And the other thing, businesses can go together, and host it like the mini mall did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mini mall, Village Mall. There's nothing wrong with it going together, and just like we did Lions Club and RPS did it. And the other thing is, that's not a bad idea to do a couple times a year where it is, hey, this is a community deal, or per quarter. I think that's something the board can discuss, and then the rest of the time it's just a networking thing within, within the members of the bid.
Now, that being said, if the folks within our district are not interested in networking and don't come to these things, then we shift gears and we go towards the folks in the community that support us. I think there's a lot of avenues. Like Steve said, hey, you want to be on this? And I said, nope, I did mine, you do you. I already did mine, and you just put, and so that's why and you didn't end up putting any names on there, did you? On your flyer?
On one thing it said RPS and,
Uh-huh.
and Lions Club.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you. Question?
Yeah, I
anybody?
heard great stuff, and people were saying, I saw people that I haven't seen for years, and it was nice to sit and chat in the morning downtown. So.
Yeah.
Okay, You Matter Day,
Uh-huh.
this Saturday. And I gave you all a pamphlet that lists, I think we're up to 37 booths. There's 35 on here.
Wow.
And so it's overwhelmingly good, I guess. Ask me on Sunday. But we're excited about it. Our plan is 9 to 2, or until all of the projects get completed. With the heat, we might end it early because we are in the middle. If you remember, we talked about, because it's Mother's Day weekend when we were here, to not be up against the curb. So we will be in the middle and it will be hot.
What's
So
the streets that you're between?
it's the street and the next street.
Oh, okay, all the way up to California then.
Yeah,
Okay.
California, we did not ask for that to be closed.
Oh.
So it's just, is it Smith right here?
Mm-hmm.
Lewis? Marion.
Marion.
Marion, just at Draper, but you could still park on the sides right there. So that's the only,
Park on California.
yes, and you could still park and drive through on California.
Okay.
So we're excited about that. We also just got these hot off the presses yesterday.
Cute.
Aren't they cute?
That's very cute.
And we will be selling these for a fundraiser to help replenish what we spent this year on it from my school budgets, and also to kind of kick off the fund for next year for $20. We only ordered 100, and we have all of our sponsors' names on the back of it. You can see. And we're doing setup from 7 to 9. And then the streets should all be back open by 4 o'clock. And after speaking to the bid when we first talked to you guys in November or December, we decided not to serve any food because that is Mother's Day weekend, so it won't take away from the businesses downtown. Okay.
You can come stand in my cold box if you get hot.
I'll probably live in there like right after.
Anything else we need to discuss today? Oh, we're going to recap. The Bridgerton and Blossom event / the spring soiree / ladies night out. I probably had about 100 ladies come through Berman's and took pictures of them. I don't know how many people you guys had downtown, but I had about 100 ladies. You know, it's not a revenue night for me. It's just a meet and greet, and that's great. And I had a lot of people that come in, and I've had about 8 women come in this week and do spend money. So that's why you do it. It's just getting yourself out there. So I thought that's not bad, 100 women. When I think the last one we had about 300 women, and that was 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So that's not bad. My takeaway from the entire thing is that if we're going to do another event, just do on this. I don't know how we can do this, but I'm going to ask all the legalities. I would like an event team. I would like a subcommittee of 3 people. 3 people. 3 people. 1 person is in charge. I would like a timeline with deadlines of when things are done and when they are supposed to be done. And I would like it to be a more organized venture. I don't do well. Listen, I'm a last minute Sally when it affects me. But if I'm on a team, I want things done 2 weeks earlier or whatever it is. You know, I want to walk in and have everything done. And we're all very busy. We all have businesses. So the next time we do an event, I would like to, we'll talk about this in the next meeting and possibly vote on it, that we have a subcommittee and there's a timeline submitted back to us as a board, and then they can ask us and we can delegate. That's my only takeaway, because it's just, there was a lot of things last minute. I had to send my girls to the UPS store and get the passports, and we had to cut we had to cut them, and we paid for them. There were a lot of things, and then I had people coming in and asking me questions at the last minute, and there was just, and there shouldn't be any of that on the day of. Mm-hmm. It should just be all of us prepping our businesses for our guests that evening. So, and then there was social media questions, and there were, so I think we did really good. It was great. I just think that a little more work on the back end, a little more organized work on the back end would be a great thing, because nobody sees that. They just all come and have a great time, but I just want to, that's going to be my suggestion at the next board meeting. Mm-hmm. Future agenda. Anyone else?
No, I think that's right. And I heard from a lot of people that, as I was handing out flyers even in my business the week before, that they hadn't heard of it even the day before. So, I think we just need to, and again, I think it was a great effort, and I think getting 100 people, and everybody that came in was so excited that ladies' nights were back. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing bad that happened. I think we could make it even better, just being a little bit more intentional about some of the details.
Yep. I was very pleased with the amount of folks that dressed up. I had 2 city council members come through, I think. At least 2, I think. I can't remember, so that was great.
I had 1.
Yeah, so that was great, It was good. I mean, there was, intention. I just think that if we're going to continue on and do that we need to just make it easier.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Many hands make light work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and just to your point, just making sure the details are covered. Mm-hmm. And
like Quinn came and picked up raffle sheets, and the city delivered them to me at 5:00, and then Quinn showed up, and Quinn's like, "I'll go take them to everybody," and I was like, "Thank you, Quinn."
Well, I emailed.
You did.
I emailed
Yeah.
everyone, and so my coworker's like, "It's 5:00. There's still half of them here. I don't know what to do."
Yep.
And so I was like, "Well, take them to Berman's. I
Yep.
don't know." Yeah.
Yep.
And I had told them because I went and picked up, and I picked up for other businesses and dropped them off. I told them that I would be willing to help, so just in the future, like I told them, if you guys have extras, you can always walk them down to me.
San Jose, and I was like, I don't have,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't, and there wasn't enough time to,
Right.
I emailed everyone, but not everyone checks their email all day long.
Right.
But we had printed tons of them, so I was like, well, don't just, she didn't want to just throw them away.
Yeah.
We closed at 5. So,
Yeah. And then there were 2 businesses that I called and said, "Hey, you probably have not checked your email about this because it said City of Kingsburg, blah, 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 blah. But do you want to be involved, Roadhouse and Casaros?" And they were like, "Yeah." And so that's why I put them on my list, because I called them and they were like, "Yeah, we'll totally do it." I'm like, I knew they were going to be open. I knew they would be serving. So by all means, they should be on that list. So that's another thing, on.
This thing with Los Pepes too.
Yep.
Because they had came in to talk about something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just, going forward, if we're going to do this stuff, I would like to have a subcommittee and just have like a timeline. And like when we meet the next, even an email, okay, this is accomplished, that's accomplished, and we're all ready to go. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, that's my thing.
I agree.
Yeah, I wrote down some things and almost everything was covered. I just need more, I think we need more advertising time. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that we were printing off the raffle sheets. So I went and I purchased some just generic ones. Mm-hmm. And the trolley, I know we had talked about the trolley, but I think that needed to come out more too, to let the community know. Because I was asked if the trolley was going to be running, and I said, you know what? I really don't know.
No, we voted on that in a meeting that we were going to pay for that and it would be running.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was the first thing I asked about when we decided to do this. I just looked around and said, "Can we rent the trolley?" Yeah. Okay. So we rented. Yeah, that's
was
one
it
of the
on
things.
like the flyer?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know, but you guys as a board voted.
Yeah.
on it, so.
No, it wasn't on the flyer that the trolley would be running. That's another thing we need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
If I can, I think for the first time, Because we haven't had a ladies' night out in several years now, I believe, and so this was kind of a knockoff of that. I think it was a great event that you had 100 people, and I did see
Right.
a lot of people, a lot of gals dressed up, which was good.
I even saw one guy dressed up.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
There was one very, very hot kid. He was dressed up, he was sweating, he was in a full suit. Full suit.
My only deal is I like the idea of a committee and have things written down so everybody knows what page you're on, and consistency is another thing.
Yeah.
Because I had people say, oh, we're going to the soiree, and then I had other people say, well, we're going to the, whatever it was.
Bridgerton.
And it was the same event. you know,
Yes.
And so consistency will establish you more as an actual event type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep. So,
Spring stroll. See, I never even heard of that one. I heard soiree, but I didn't hear stroll.
and Bridgerton and Blossoms, because we were giving away flowers, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway,
yeah.
By the way, those flowers are beautiful.
Oh, good.
I love them.
So, all right. Anything else? All right. We will conclude. Our next meeting will be, it's in June. Is that graduation day? June 3rd? Is that graduation,
I think they graduate the 6th.
or is it promotion? Is it Wednesday? Promotion's Wednesday, right?
Promotions on, oh yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
because you always change council.
Yeah.
Be at the council day.
Okay. All right. So, we will see you guys on the 3rd.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up.